This is the Electric Power Company's Sunday Sports Central.
That's why I say I'm the greatest. I'm a poet, I'm a movie star, I'm an actor, I'm a fighter, and most of all, I'm pretty.
This time he works over the shoulder of Foreman. The combination. That's it! The fight is stopped! Muhammad Ali, a dramatic 8th-round knockout.
He was the greatest in and out of the ring. Muhammad Ali passing away Friday after a long battle with Parkinson's. Believe it or not, NewsChannel 5 was present for one of Ali's most famous fights. Legendary sports director Hope Hines joins us now in studio. You were there for the Rumble in the Jungle back in 1974 in Zaire, the great Ali Foreman matchup. Talk about how that came to pass, because that's not something we normally see from TV stations.
And the great thing about it, Steve, was I was the only camera guy there, along with Milton McClurkin, my photographer from here, for about 3 or 4 days. So Ali loved us. You got to know he loved the camera. It happened this way. Lon Varnell was a promoter here in town. He called me one day and said, "Hope, let's have lunch." I said, "Fine." We go have lunch. He says, "Look, I have the movie rights for the Ali Foreman fight, the Rumble in the Jungle, as you said, and here's what I'd like to do. I'd like to offer you this opportunity. If you'll talk to your station and get them to pay for 50% of the trip, I will pay for the other 50%. You go to Kinshasa in Zaire, do some interviews with Ali and anything else you want to do there, bring it back, and then I'll be able to take that to the various cities in the southeast that I have rights to, and we'll use it for promotion." So I come back and I talk to the powers that be, and lo and behold, they said, "Yeah, sounds like a good idea. Why don't we do it?" Well, it floored me, knocked me down. You got to understand now, Muhammad Ali in 1974 had been on the world stage for a number of years. He was a huge, huge world figure.
Amazing access over the course of those few days there in Zaire with Muhammad Ali. What did you take away from that experience with the champ?
He was the most charismatic, complex, controversial, colorful person I had ever been around in my life. When Ali would come out of the ring, he would come down, walk down the steps and sit, and he wanted to always sit. He didn't want to stand. He wanted to say, "Man, I'm tired. Let's sit down and talk." But when he found out that I had a camera, I was his best friend. We would sit and talk, and he was just the greatest guy in the world, very low-key. And then all of a sudden, when that red light came on, he lit up like a Christmas tree. That was him, and that was the Ali that I knew, but he had just a lot of charisma.
How did the persona and that charisma make him the fighter that he was?
You know, the two went together, didn't they? He was just a tremendous athlete. He was a tremendous entertainer. You know, there were a lot of athletes who wanted to be entertainers and a lot of entertainers who'd like to be athletes, but only Muhammad Ali could pull it off the way Muhammad Ali did. What he was telling you is what he really believed. He said, "I'm going to whip him." He's going to whip him, or at least you believe that he was going to whip him. Right. And more times than not, he whooped him.
Most people agree that he was the greatest inside the ring, but when you found out about his passing the other day, and you think back on your long legendary career and everybody that you dealt with in the athletic arena, where does he rank in terms of all-time athletes, not just boxers?
People, especially since I've retired, Steve, have asked me, and even during my career, have asked me, "Hope, who was your favorite interview? Who was the top athlete or coach that you ever talked to?" And I never stuttered. Muhammad Ali was always at the top of the list for all of those things that I just talked about. And even in his later years, even with the onset of Parkinson's disease, he never thought that he could do anything except the impossible. And let me just say this. I think George Foreman said it best. George Foreman said, "Look, the rest of us were just boxers. Muhammad Ali was something very special."
He was something very special. The champ, Muhammad Ali. Gone too soon for a lot of people. Hope, thanks for coming in and sharing your great perspective on this issue.
Thank you very much.